As we head to the final by
Here we go.
Lisa and the crew from Farmers Exchange as we get ready for our final heat today. And we're 5 minutes away from the start of the 2015 HAPO
The final
Gold
heat
Cup.
And here
of
they
the
come,
2015 HAPO APBA Gold Cup.
They are coming out away from the dock. First away from the dock is going to be Jean Theoret in the Elam Plus, boat number 96. Right behind him and to the left will come Brian Perkins. Then it's J. Michael Kelly on his left. What a sight as everybody is coming out. Tony, what a look you've got right there. You have 7 H-1 Unlimited hydroplanes coming right in your lap.
And it is for the final. It is for the big one. It is for the Gold Cup. And passing right in front of us right now will be the 96. And he's making his way over the 9. Here comes the 1. Here comes the 21. And here's the 5, always in the inside, and then followed up by the 27 and the 11. Is the trailer. There's your field coming down the backside, Michael.
And by the way, Ed Dawson texting from the station. He'll take Brian Perkins in the 21 because all other boats were selected.
The 96.
So we're covered.
Elam Plus.
The field is covered. So on the backstretch,
Jean
the
Theoret.
boat is going to be Tom Thompson, the Peters, and May. And that will be the trailer
The 1
boat.
Oberto,
Cutting
Jimmy
across the
Shane.
foil, the bright red boat, and that is Graham Trucking and J. Michael Kelly. J. Michael Kelly to the front stretch.
The 21,
Now the front
Brian
stretch.
Perkins.
Look at inside the buoy marker.
Fasteners Incorporated.
96 was on the inside of that marker. Up here
The 9, Les Schwab Red Dot.
Did he cut the
Scott
exit pin?
Liddycoat.
I didn't see him. He didn't cut the
The
exit pin,
27,
but he
Dalton
did
Industries,
on one of the
Cal
air
Phipps.
markers. In the corner? No, on the straightaway. Okay, well, we'll watch that and monitor.
The 11,
video.
Peters and May,
Hey,
Tom
get down
Thompson.
there. Guys, we've talked about it all weekend.
Will be the
long.
trailer boat.
You know, Steve David said it, everybody said it. For powerboat racers, if there is one trophy you can put your name on, this is it. It is the oldest active motorsports trophy in the world. This is it. It all comes down to 5 laps on the Columbia River. Tri-Cities, Water Follies, everybody here, you have put on an awesome show, and the pinnacle is right in front of us. Let's go racing, guys. Call them.
You know, thanks to HAPO, what a great event we've had on the river and in the air. HAPO, thank you.
Yep. Well, absolutely. When we're talking about time,
The 5, Graham Trucking, J. Michael Kelly.
speed, and we're watching the heat races. This is a condensed field. This field is competitive.
Guys, I gotta interrupt. We're being told a DMZ violation on the 96.
Oh.
And scratch the 96. And to let the fun begin, he was actually inside. That is the exit pin of turn 4 for the GP West and the 1 liters. So the 96 is a scratch. Jean Theoret give the penalty.
Well, they have reversed the call now.
Oh. What?
Now I don't know. I'm just going on what I'm told off the official radios, but I am told now it has been reversed. The
All right.
96 is out running and legal.
It's a good
Okay.
call.
Yep, so the 96
Tough guys.
will be a valid competitor. And cutting across the infield now to the front stretch, Jean Theoret. Cal Phipps in the 27, Dalton Industries, Wiggins Racing coming down the front stretch across the start-finish line right behind Jean Theoret in the white boat.
Now it'll get fun. 1:30, 1:32-hour start. J. Michael Kelly up the backstretch. He will definitely cut the course. Here comes Shane. He's going to have to do same. It's a matter of when they do it in relation to each other.
Who's going to knife in and take lane number 1?
They're setting up shop down here at turn 2 right now. You got the 9 and the 21 way out wide. Inside, you got the 96, and then about lane 3 is the 27.
I don't like where Jimmy Shane is at all. We are at 1 minute, and he is halfway up the backstretch.
Coming up the back stretch, Jimmy Shane and the Oberto, the 1. Got to watch that 80-mile-an-hour speed.
And the 5 has just made the turn off the Grand Prix and heading down the backside.
Yep, J. Michael Kelly cutting to the back stretch.
J. Michael Kelly actually looks pretty good right now. He'll be able to carry boat speed all the way around right now to the start, according to the time.
Will boat speed be enough on the outside?
We'll find out.
Boy, really early to the top end of the course. Watch Jimmy Shane and the Oberto.
30 seconds, 30.
He's at the top end of the course at 30 seconds and has to keep it above 80 miles per hour. He's in lane number 1. It looks like Cal Phipps is going to be in lane number 2 coming around the top end of the course. Lane number 3 looks to be Theoret.
15.
Coming down the front stretch with 15 seconds. Can Jimmy Shane keep it above 80
Jimmy Shane still cannot get on it yet.
Not yet. Here comes the rest of the field. Going to catch him up. And look at outside. It's going to be Jean Theoret in lane number 3. And look at on the outside in lane number 5. That's J. Michael Kelly in the 5.
Kelly coming out on the outside, but oh my goodness, coming from lane 2. Jean Theoret is down here first, and he's got boat speed and lane position.
And he's cutting it off really nicely as he gets to the exit pin. And coming into second place is the 27. Followed very closely by the 5. They're deck to deck for second place.
Yeah, John Theoret is out in front by almost a rooster tail now. He had a great bottom end turn. Second place, J. Michael Kelly, but Cal Phipps is closing. And look at on the inside, Jimmy Shane and the Oberto. This is a 5-lap race. Anything can happen. There's a long way to go.
Well, Jimmy Shane's got a long way to make up. He was coasting about that 80-mile-per-hour zone when he crossed the start-finish line. All the boats sped past him at the start.
All right, so it is Jean Theoret leading, coming off the exit pin of turn number 4 across the start-finish line, and will pick up the speed after lap number 1. It's 154.339 for your leader, Jean Theoret. Second place, J. Michael Kelly. Look at Jimmy Shane passing up Cal Phipps for third.
That's your fast lap of the day at 154 miles an hour, and Theoret's got a rooster tail on J. Michael Kelly.
Bouncing a lot of water. He just hit a big old hole. And that slowed him down just a bit, but he's continuing to go. He's in the middle of the course. He's in lane number 3. Pushed out way wide was 5, and coming down the inside and really challenging for second now is the Oberto.
Yeah, it's going to be Jean Theoret leading up the back stretch over a rooster tail lead. The battle now for second begins as J. Michael Kelly is trying to hold off Jimmy Shane and the Oberto. Back another 2 rooster tails, Cal Phipps in the 27 Dalton Industries right now in 4th place. Boy, what a beautiful turn to the top end of the course, jumping into lane number 1, the 96 with John Theoret at the exit pin of our Buffalo Brothers turn number 4. Second place right now, J. Michael Kelly, but look at closing on the inside, Jimmy Shane trying to get up close to J. Michael Kelly coming down the front stretch.
I'll tell you, the way Jean Theoret is driving right now, the way he drove earlier in the day, he's getting a much better boat ride than when he was flying the boat. He is getting a grab, but he really hit a hole down here.
Oh, and another one. And he's walking it across those sponsons right now. He is really getting some air. But he's got a big lead right now, so he can lose a little bit of time. But really making up some time right now is the 5, and they're racing down the backside with the 1 right in his mirror.
John Theoret leading by 2 rooster tails coming up the back stretch in the 96 Elstrom Elam Plus. Second place, J. Michael Kelly, but Jimmy Shane is closing inside the rooster tail, about a half a rooster tail back as they get the top end of the course.
Don't you? That is definitely walking away with this. However, Jimmy Shane gaining on J. Michael Kelly coming into the apex between turn 3 and 4. Jimmy Shane to the inside.
Jimmy Shane at the exit pin, pulling even with J. Michael Kelly, but J. Michael Kelly pulling away on the front stretch. Oh, he's blowing that 5 high out of the water coming down the front stretch. J. Michael Kelly holding on to second place.
Lap number 4, Jean Theoret gets at the entrance pin of the corner right now. He's just got to be careful running through the sloop down here. The race is for second place. Jimmy Shane has pulled up almost alongside J. Michael Kelly. He's just a couple boat lengths back. Tony coming right in your lap.
All right, as Theoret gets it down and off the air and down. And boy, we've got a race for second place. You're right. Both boats are going hard at it, and they're trying to find some clean water. And it is the 5 boat and the 1 boat deck to deck.
That 5 hopped over 2 big rollers and jumped out of the Columbia River, and that gave Shane and the 1 a chance to catch up. Coming up the back stretch, they're almost deck to deck. John Theoret, top end of the course. Coming around the Buffalo Brothers turn number 4 at the exit pin, swinging out wide into lane number 2. Here's your race for second place. J. Michael Kelly trying to hold off Jimmy Shane and the Oberto. And it's going to be J. Michael Kelly leading by a couple of boat lengths as they bring it back onto the front stretch for the final lap.
Lap number 5, here comes Jean Theoret. He is in position to win his second Gold Cup. He last did so in 2006 back on the Detroit River, and he's running a beautiful race. What a race for second place, but right now this is the Gold Cup right in front of you. Tony, you got our leader.
He's whipping those ponies, and he's catching for gold, and he's bouncing all over the mark. He is coming down the backside. Michael, bring him home.
He's really hitting some rough water there at that Jello Shot Tire Factory turn number 2, but look at him go down the back stretch, flying it out of the water. It is Jean Theoret, rough water for the 11. Peters and May up at the top end of the course, hopping out. into turn number 3. Here comes Jean Theoret. Ooh, what a turn. He slid out just a little bit at the apex between 3 and 4. Gets to the exit pin at number 4. The checkered flag is out. And the 2015 HAPO APBA Gold Cup winner, Jean Theoret, in the 96 Elstrom Elam Plus. Second place, Jimmy Shane able to pass J. Michael Kelly and take second place. J. Michael Kelly finishes in third. What a battle for second that was. Cal Phipps at the top end of the course will finish in fourth place. Then you've got Brian Perkins and a battle back there with, looks like Scott Liddycoat has fallen off the pace. So Brian Perkins will finish in fifth place, and your sixth place finisher will be Scott Liddycoat in the 9. What a perfect run for Jean Theoret. Absolutely perfect.
It was just an awesome event, and we had the whole win thing yesterday, and, we got through it. Okay, and we came out, and Mother Nature got on our side today and said, no, I'm going to keep this river down. You guys are going to see one of the more competitive Gold Cups that we've seen. Maybe not in the final heat, but I'll tell you what, we had some of the best racing, especially today, some of the best racing we've seen. I know I yelled it during one of the calls of 2A today that it just doesn't get any better than this in boat racing when Theoret and J. Michael Kelly were going.
All right, Brad, we need a timeout on our congratulatory speech for Jean Theoret. We've been told by the officials that there will be a penalty at the beginning of the race for the 96. So hold everything. Hold everything. In the DMZ, that buoy violation that occurred, they reviewed it, and it will stand now. And that's what we saw from the beginning of the race during the milling period. I mentioned it. He went inside the course marker, which is basically the exit pin on the GP and the 1 liter course. And it looked odd at the time, and it turns out that it will be a disqualification. And we will actually, I think we should go to a timeout so we can double check upstairs with our lead officials to make sure that that is going to be the final call. And that would change everything for one young man named Jimmy Shane in the U-1 Oberto.
And you saw it as the 96 came through on the final lap here and really took off. The entire boat was out of the air, but